Oh, we could never have chinchillas here in Florida.
How come?
They do not sweat or pant when overheated, but blood will flow to their large hairless ears to be cooled in warmer weather. When kept as pets, they should not be exposed to temperatures above 75 degrees and need to be protected from overheating during summer months.
Yeah, we had to keep our house pretty fucking cold around the chinchillas. With the chinchillas. And then we would also keep fans on them.
For the amount of times that our AC has gone out over the time that we've lived here, I wouldn't ever be able to risk it.
Also, they can have anxiety attacks because their ears are so sensitive, and if there's lots of loud noises that is disturbing to them, it can actually cause them to have a seizure.
Oh, now I'm sad again.
And then I had a chinchilla that had blood pressure issues, so we had to make sure he got a raisin every day, otherwise he'd have a seizure.
A what?
A raisin.
A raisin.
That sounds adorable. I would love to see a chinchilla just sitting there eating a raisin. My God.
It is cute as hell. And then it's even funnier. Like, it was so funny because we had 2 chinchillas, we had a cat, we had some birds, but what I was gonna tell you is the cat, at one point we had them out, running around on the sofa in our laps, and the cat comes up, and my wife at the time, my ex-wife now, she goes, "Oh, we need to put him away. I don't know what she's gonna do." I go, "You know what? Let's leave her alone. We're right here. If she tries to do something, we can stop her. Oh, let's see what she does." Well, she got real close to one of the chinchillas and started trying to sniff and lick the chinchilla. And of course the chinchilla's is freaking out. It's like, I don't know what the fuck this is, what's going on. So the chinchilla kind of hops away. So the cat goes after the chinchilla, not like aggressively, not like it was chasing it down. Just she gets
playfully.
Up. No, not even playfully. She gets up and goes over to where the chinchilla is, puts her paw on the chinchilla, and then starts licking the chinchilla again. She was giving the chinchilla a bath. And every time the chinchilla would try to get up and move, you could see the cat kind of trying to push down on the chinchilla, like, "Don't move, motherfucker." Well, this later on came about to be a thing where whenever the cat would lay on top of the cage and her tail would kind of dip into the cage, that chinchilla that she bathed would go and bite her tail. So, what made that even funnier is when that would happen, the other chinchilla would go and defend her. So, like, one chinchilla loved the cat and the other one hated it.
Sounds about right.
I have more chinchilla facts.
Bring them.
Hey, please proceed with the chinchilla facts.
In their native habitats, chinchillas live in burrows or crevices in rocks. They are agile jumpers and can jump up to 1.8 meters or 6 feet. Predators in the wild include birds of prey, skunks, felines, snakes, and canines. Chinchillas have a variety of defensive tactics, including spraying urine and releasing fur if bitten. In the wild, chinchillas have been observed eating plant leaves, fruits, seeds, and small insects. I just love how a chinchilla is like, "I'm getting attacked, pee on it."
I mean, that's what I would do.
Oh, nope, don't like you. Gonna piss on you.
I mean, I don't think anyone would bother you again after that.
Probably not. All right. Let me know when everybody is ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm just sorting through my dice to get all of the D6s.
Not just some D6s, all of the D6s.
Precisely. Oh, Forrest, I need to show you the website that I found where you can basically craft out like a room and interior.
You will have to show me that because I'm currently using Roll20 and Snipping Tool to give you all the visuals in the fight. Yeah, if you all jump over to the fight channel, you can see the most recently posted thing is what you all will be walking into.
Oh, great. Now I gotta set that up, too.
So it's like a doorway, few tables, and then stairs?
Okay. You're correct on the stairs and the doorway. The larger rectangles are just kind of ambient piles of stuff. Like it's almost pack rat style.
So there's heaps of junk just like stacked in a certain way.
Yeah, it's just stacked in most of the room there. The circular thing is a table, and it's got some stuff on it. And I can describe it later. I somehow managed to lose a die already.
Real quick, what does everyone wish to be referred to as over the stream?
Well, that should have been discussed before I started stream.
Right?
Fair point on all accounts, but I mean, I don't personally care.
I don't care either.
I mean, my actual name is weird enough as is. My screen name is Pyro Kotsu, and usually it's just shortened to Pyro, so I'm fine with any of those, or just DM.
I will call you Bob.
Alright, I'm also now known as Bob. And somehow Bob has lost a fucking dice. My chair eats them.
Speaking of which, I actually have
My
dice.
family has always believed in the game. You can call me whatever you want, just don't call me late for dinner.
Oldest saying, but it always rings true.
Okay, I had dice.
What'd you do with them?
had dice?
Look, those shiny little math rocks are devilish little imps. No matter what you do, the minute you drop it, that son of a bitch has already memorized planar shift and it is gone. Because I just dropped the dice. I heard it. It bounced somewhere.
Chinchillas are easily distressed, and when they are unhappy, they may exhibit physical symptoms. A common indicator of stress in pet chinchillas is fur chewing or fur barbering, an excessive grooming behavior that results in uneven patches of fur. Chinchillas may chew on their own fur or that of their cage mates. Fur chewing can sometimes be alleviated through changes in living environment, but is regarded by some experts to be passed genetically from parents to offspring. Usually, fur chewing itself is a benign symptom that does not cause any physiological distress. Chinchillas are social animals and are likely to be upset to have their breeding mate changed in breeding season. They are known to be disturbed by a change of diet in these times as well.
They are picky. They're like, honestly, they're sensitive creatures.
There's literally a section on their Wikipedia page called mental health.
Sounds exactly like you, Uno. Midway through dinner, if you don't get your chicken tenders, you lose your shit.
I am mildly offended.
Good. I was hoping for completely offended, but I'll settle for mild.
I lost my fucking dice.
know this.
No, like I mean,
You know,
they're officially lost.
I'm looking up other like small like rodent pets that you can have on Wikipedia,
Sugar glider.
and none of the rest of them have a section called mental health. Like rabbits, you got sleep, you got reproduction, digestion, diseases. Ears is on there. Not mental health. I'm sure rabbits have mental health issues.
All they do is fucking eat.
Literally.
Ferret just has health. It doesn't even have specific kinds of health, like characteristics, behavior, diet, health.
Look at your ferret. Do you think there's really anything mental going on when that in between those
Yes.
tiny little ears?
He's completely mentally unstable.
Exactly. So there's no need for a mental health section. Just keep away from birds.
It's just gonna say mental. Hey Tracy, how you doing?
All right. Book open. to
Incog lost his
accounts.
dice.
Stats. Phone just in case.
I mean, I have my other dice. I didn't put them in the bag.
Liar. There's a purple dice, not a blue one.
Chinchillas have been used in research since the 1950s. Since the 1970s, the prime interest in chinchillas by researchers is their auditory system. Other research fields in which chinchillas are used as an animal model include the study of Chagas disease, gastrointestinal diseases, pneumonia, and listeriosis, as well as Yersinia and Pseudomonas infections.
What the fuck did you call me? What if I just roll d8s and only give you answers from 1 through 6? Or I can just do
What?
like I'm supposed to do. And...
I think Incog had a stroke for just a half second and was talking to somebody else.
Nope, I was talking to everybody.
Oh. Alright. I am ready when everybody else is. Just give me a cue on when to start.
You want us to fire a flare, or
I mean, if you've got one, sure.
I'm sure you can be able to see it from where you are at.
I don't know if you guys saw Iaj's message in the main Discord channel.
I did
Don't change the dick or the food. Got it.
not.
Amazing.
Alright. Final objections before I get this circus started.
None for me.
Not for me.
I object to 90% of Congress, but I don't think that'll have any
Yeah.
bearing on our game.
Sadly, it will not.
So no, I'm good.
Alright. So the last time we left off with you four, you were you spent the night at the mayor's manor. You all were taken to your private rooms, had a chance to mull everything over for the night, and the next morning awoke to Cassandra's unfortunate dismay at around 8 a.m. Not her usual 1 to 2 p.m. You all had breakfast. Trevor showed some clear reservations about the proposition, the professor, the mayor, whatever you all would prefer to call him, about the proposition he has for you all. A somewhat, trial run or probational period was put in place for you all so you could attempt to learn a little bit more without fully what's the word?
Being immersed.
Yeah, without fully committing, you all have the chance to get your feet wet before you're having to dive right in. You all had breakfast, and then that is where we will pick up with any sort of last-minute questions for the professor that you all might have.
I honestly thought we were on our way down to fight some death.
You all are, but on the short walk it will take, you all have a chance to ask any last questions you might want. Before Claire and Marcus kind of start walking you all down the stairs. Going once. Twice.
I got no idea.
All right. Yes, as you all descend, you will see the ground floor. Okay, not the ground floor, but the first room of the basement that you all are in. You can see as you come down the stairs, you can see piles of junk. It's not just thrown around or, broken. It's just piles of objects, kind of pack rat style, put in these kind of somewhat neat rows. They are divided somewhat by function. So you can see, like, for some reason there's musical instruments of various kinds piled up in this little section, and there's for some reason a snapped coat rack sitting by the bottom of the stairs. And it's all sorts of just kind of junk. Everybody give me a notice as you come down the stairs.
I already know how this works for me.
3.
Of course. 3.
I rolled 0.
Hold on, give me just a second. One of my dice yeeted itself.
Real quick. So Tracy, I'll mute myself. So Tracy, basically, we are at a mansion. We've decided to. I keep looking at a camera that's not even there. We've decided to go ahead and help the professor, basically the main head guy that's in charge of us, on a more trial type situation. We've just been introduced to basically this world of fantasy where mystical creatures do exist, and we've decided that we're going to help him with his little goal that he has, and we'll find out more as we go along.
Egg off your face, and literally, not metaphorically.
No, I know. I figured.
And sleep from your eyes. And I'll wait for. Oh. What did David roll?
He rolled 2 negatives and 2 positives.
So a neutral.
I prefer to just focus on the positive.
Do you have notice? You do not have notice.
I don't have notice. I got jacket shit.
Mm.
I know it's dark down there.
It's not as dark as you'd expect it to be. There are lights on. But Trevor and Pat, you kind of notice it's a creature scamper into one of these piles. Okay. It's the top pile connected to the eastern wall, from what the picture is. And one of them scampers into the far left pile connected to the northern wall. And you hear Claire and Marcus arguing behind you. And then Claire comes trudging down the stairs, kind of grumbling underneath her breath.
Oh, that's right, the dust methods.
Yep.
I had forgotten until just
That's okay.
when you mentioned that.
And she's like, all right, our job is to, or I guess the job is to clean out the dust methods that are down here. You all don't really know how to, well, no offense, fight in this sort of situation, which is kind of why the mayor, the professor, he gave you that stuff yesterday. Well, I guess Pike stole your gun part, Patrick, but yeah.
So how exactly are we supposed to fight these things?
Well, fighting them is kind of, well, up to you. I find it easier just to kind of burn them. I mean, they are dust and dirt, so I've always gotten the best results by just, lighting them on fire.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't have a flamethrower in my briefcase.
I would be surprised if you do. Cassandra,
Yes.
can you pull out that notebook the professor gave you?
Sure.
She walks over and kind of she takes your hand and palm side up, and she kind of draws this little a start of this little circle in your hand, and then kind of leaves it with a glyph inside of it, and it's kind of glowing on the palm of your hand. And she's like, try transcribing that into your book.
Okay. I'll take out my notebook, or I have my notebook out, and I'll take out my pen, I guess, and I'll write it in the notebook.
Okay. Give me a crafts roll real quick.
It was a wash on the dice, but I have a 4 in crafts.
Yeah. You start you transcribe it relatively decently. And as you finish, you kind of watch as the paper separates from itself. Like, you drew it in kind of like the top right corner of the notebook, and almost as if like one of those soda crackers, like a perforation kind of appears, and then it tears along the line for itself, and you can and the piece of paper kind of just from a light breeze starts to fall off your book.
Ooh, okay.
Claire takes it and then kind of just gently tosses it, and it kind of starts to smoke, and then you can see like a little bit of an ember start to go, and then it kind of like flares up into a little gout of flame, probably no bigger than like a baseball, and then quickly goes out again.
Oh, interesting.
And she goes, keep practicing with that glyph, and maybe you can draw a better one next time.
Yeah, I will. Thank you.
She kind of walks to next to you, Patrick, and she's like, how good of a shot are you? I don't really want to get hit today. Is that all right?
I'm a decent enough shot. I don't normally shoot at things that are moving, but I won't hit you.
She kind of looks out across the room, and you can see that in the musical instruments that have kind of piled up, there is a kick drum, one of the big ones at the bottom, and she points at it. She's like, "You think you can hit that?"
I do believe I can. Fucking.
Give me a shoot.
I got a 5.
Yeah. You're not used to it because you said this was a not a single action revolver, right? This was just a.
I mean, it could function double or single. If he's taking his time, he'd probably use the single.
Okay, but it is a revolver.
Yeah.
Do you put any flare on it, or do you just like unholster it, level and shoot it?
Second one.
Okay. You're not really used to it because normally this gun has a little bit more weight. You're used to firing, a cartridge. You're used to pulling the hammer back, pulling the trigger, the flash, the bang, the smell of gunpowder, and a chunk of lead being thrown downrange. This time, you kind of feel like you're out of breath, like as you normally breathe in, and then as you breathe out and you pull the trigger, you kind of just feel as if, you stepped into a vacuum for half a second, and as you breathe out, you feel like, it's stealing the air from your lungs. And then when you pull that trigger, you kind of see the cylinder light up in a different manner across all of those little inlays that have been carved into it as they kind of flare real quick, and then you feel as if there's a kick from a bullet being fired, but you don't hear a bang. You just kind of see the skin of the drum just tear, and there's, a hole in it about the size of your fist, as if you just kind of walked over there and punched it.
So, before he holsters it, Pat's just gonna kind of slack his arm a bit, kind of pull the gun closer to look at it, just be like, "That was fucking awesome." She'll do that every time.
Probably. I mean, you could change it up if you had some help from Pike.
This is gonna be fun.
She then walks over to you, David, and she's looking at you a little bit, and she's like, "So, what kind of well, talents is a poor choice of words, but you seem like you've at least gotten yourself out of a fight or two, right, David?"
I mean, I'm not very keen on fighting, but I'll avoid it when I can. But yeah, I tend to use my agility to kind of get around.
You might want to. You got a knife or something on you? I mean, we take 20 minutes. We can probably scavenge one out of the pile somewhere.
I think. Wait, I did bring a knife. Yeah, I do. I do have a knife. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, you pocketed that box cutter a session or two ago.
And I reach into my bag and I'm like, yeah, it's right here. I got this. Does this count?
That'll work well enough for now. They're not the little things running around here aren't too strong, so that should be more than enough. She then kind of steps next to you, Trevor. Not in front of you like she has for everyone else, but kind of like next to you, and she's like, "So, I don't want to sound mean, but you're kind of a klutz, aren't you?"
Yes. You can call it that.
Do you want to just sit this one out for now, or do you want to try and be helpful?
Well, I mean, the whole point of us being down here is to try and be helpful and try to clear these things out.
That's true, I guess.
Claire's a savage. Holy.
I know. I was like, damn.
she's
hey, no
blunt.
offense, bud.
if you all could listen in to the other campaign, she gets very blunt and very mean. Yeah.
I mean, I've heard some, but yeah.
So, what did you bring in your little bag? Oh, he had to mute himself real quick. So she'll step back out in front of everybody as you all have kind of lined up across the no, it's okay. As you all have kind of lined up next to the stairs. And she's like, the little buggers are hiding around here somewhere. So I guess the first thing is we need to try and find them. I guess you guys could go kicking piles, or if you can think of some way to lure them out, it might be better. But for now, we're just trying to clear them out.
Are they like afraid of anything in particular?
Mostly things that are bigger than them. And considering they're a little bit larger than a soccer ball, a lot of stuff.
Huh. Anybody happen to have a soccer ball?
I don't think that's the point.
There's probably a few in here somewhere, but all right. So I know I pinned. Okay.
Oh, and to answer your question, I may have a little carrying case that has a blow dart, grandfather's blow dart, that I'd like to just carry around for the funsies of it.
Okay.
That's pretty much all I have in the briefcase that might be considered a weapon, unless I toss a book around.
Yeah, the mayor here would get pretty mad if you threw his books around. Try the blow dart thingy. That might work.
Okay.
So we got someone with a magical gun, another one with a magical book. I got a box cutter, and he's got a blow dart gun. Just to be quick.
Yep.
Okay, so we're located, what, at the bottom of the stairs?
You all are currently circled around the table.
Okay, and when looking at the graph, that large rectangle in the upper left-hand corner, that's just a pile of stuff, like a bunch of boxes?
Yeah. All of the rectangles, except for the one half submerged on the upper right, are piles of stuff, boxes, miscellaneous things. The circle is a table, and the black rectangle with the 3 lines through it are the stairs leading up. I guess pick a color.
Green.
All right, we've got a green for Cassandra.
Like a random color?
I don't have that big of a selection.
I think it's just a color to specify you in particular and where you're located.
Gotcha. I will be pink.
Pink? I will try to get the best pink that I can. Trevor, what color do you want to be?
Blue.
A blue. And Patrick?
Purple.
A purple. All right. I'll make Claire an orange. Hopefully it's not standing out too much. Yeah, okay. Upload. There we go. That's where you all have kind of circled around as everybody was testing their own little, or at least as two of you all were testing your own little thing, trying to get a hang of it.
I want to go to the little square.
There's a lot of the littlest square.
Not the one, the small one next to the half one.
Gotcha. So the third on the right that's connected to the northern wall. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I
Cassandra.
want to go to the large one on the top left-hand corner,
All right.
but like up against the wall.
Close to the wall.
Yeah, up near, like up between that box and then the other smaller one, kind of north center.
Okay. Patrick. Or no, I've got blue, so that's Trevor.
Okay, I'm gonna go on the large one, upper wall, farther to the left.
Okay, you're gonna go there as well. And Patrick,
Hmm?
where would you like to explore to try to suss out one of these little buggers?
Did anybody say over near the instruments?
No.
Then over near the instruments.
Boom. Okay. So, unless I'm mistaken, that is where everybody kind of spaced themselves out.
Give me just a second, I'll be right back.
That's okay.
Sounds about right.
Awesome.
Or looks about right. Sorry.
All right, so I need green. I need blue. I need
Mm-hmm.
and I need a purple. Freehand.
Two hands.
Sorry, I'm back.
That's all right. Everybody give me an investigate as you kind of rummage through these piles trying to scare out these little guys.
Oh yay! You know what? I don't even have my character sheet open.
Three total.
3.
2 total.
Okay.
2 total.
All right. So get rid of that. So Cassandra, you move aside a small pile of stuff, and you actually manage to find one. And Trevor, you also are rummaging through, and you also manage to discover one of these little things as they kind of scream and hiss.
Trash.
What are my
Uh,
candies?
Yes.
You are startled, and we can actually now roll for initiative. Yes, you all can roll for combat initiative.
Wait, all of us?
What was that?
All of us?
Yes, all of you all.
I got a 1 on the die.
Also a 1.
Yeah, just take a single d6 and roll it. It'll be easiest.
Oh, just a single?
Yeah.
Oh, D6, like an actual D6.
Oh, is that how you want us to do it?
That would be easier, because I'm assuming all of us.
Well then,
Then I rolled a 5.
Okay.
what?
Take your time.
I rolled a 4.
I rolled a 4.
Patrick?
2.
Okay. So Cassandra, then David and Trevor, and then Patrick, roll again, because you and the Mephits all got a 2.
Cool. I got a 2.
Again. All right. So it will go Patrick. I can't believe I just forgot your name, even though I just said it a second ago. Patrick, and then the Mephits. So it'll actually be you 4 and then the monsters.
Okay.
So, Cassandra, you are the fastest to react as you kind of move aside a box and shift it over, and you can see this little dust mephit chewing on, the cardboard box and a few books inside of it.
All right, I'm going to take my book out again, and I'm going to try drawing that sigil a little bit neater.
All right, give me another crafts roll.
I rolled a +2, so 6.
6. All right. You draw out this sigil really quickly, and you kind of throw it at the little
At the Mephit.
creature. And you throw it, and it kind of sticks to him for a second right before it flares up. And then it flares up, and it starts running around, screaming and howling as you manage to stick it onto it, and it's kind of climbing through the piles as you did this damage to it. And
is the fire getting on anything else?
No, it's not.
Oh, good. I was worried I was going to burn down the mayor's mansion or the
I was
professor's
thinking
mansion.
the same thing. I was like, this is not gonna go well. This is already going downhill so fast.
Do I recognize the sigil as being something familiar to me? Like, is it? I'm assuming it's not English. Is it like a rune that I might recognize, or?
It does have a little bit of a Celtic feel, but there's also a very heavy Japanese kanji to it as well.
That seems very opposite of one another, but sure.
They are. The exterior of the circle has the Celtic feel to it, and the interior has the kanji feel to it. There is a clear separation between the interior and exterior.
Okay.
All right. David and Trevor, who wants to go next?
Trevor can go.
Okay.
All right, Trevor, what do you want to try and do? I will give you all an updated one in just a second. I just wanted to create that little guide so I can refer to it at a later time. All right. Yeah, you can see that Cassandra, through the little sigil of fire, it stuck to the mephit and kind of burnt it, and it kind of tried to run away and get away from her. And it took some damage.
Okay. Well, if it's still alive, yeah.
Yes, it's still alive and running around. It's no longer on fire, but it is clearly running.
I try to. I guess I just try to shoot it. Have it.
Okay. You have shoot. Yeah.
Not
Give
very
me a
high,
roll.
but it's there. Okay. All right. So it's just the just the one to shoot.
Just the one to shoot.
Yep. It was,
All right.
neutral.
All right. So you are you shooting at the one Cassandra lit on fire, or? Okay. It's still really kind of on edge after that, and it sees you like ready this little dart gun that you have, like this, handheld crossbow or whatever it was again.
There's a little blow dart kit.
Okay. Yeah. As you level it towards it, it kind of hisses and then jumps as you go to fire, and then you just kind of see the dart stick into something behind it, and it kind of bounces and bounds out of the way.
All right.
All right. That would be David.
First off, I'm gonna look at my little box cutter. Like, this is not gonna be efficient. Oh my goodness. Can I look for something to throw at this thing?
Yeah. Give me a notice real quick.
I'm not gonna notice shit. Yeah, I got a -1.
-1. Yeah, you're looking around and you're seeing big boxes of things like a hope chest. So unless you want to throw the box cutter that's in your hand, you might not have too good of a thing.
Hold on, let me see. I'm pretty far away from these things.
It's not too far of a distance. You could close the gap relatively fast.
You know what? I want to sneak up on the one that wasn't being shot at and see if I can stomp on it.
Okay. Where do you want to go? If you zoom in on the picture, you should be able to count the squares. Hopefully.
Who's blue? I forgot who is.
Blue is Trevor. You are pink.
So I just want to go straight towards the junk that's in front of me, and just edge around it.
To the west?
Yes.
Okay.
And then as soon as I get to like one tile behind it, I'll cut straight left towards the little rodent.
All right. Give me a stealth roll.
Stealth roll is
+4, I believe.
That's neutral, and then my character is 4. Yes.
Okay. So you've got a 4 stealth. Give me the... Yes, that tool, please. You manage to hunker down. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me an athletics roll real quick.
Okay, I got a +1. My athletics is 2, so it's total 3.
Okay. You managed to sneak your way around the pile of junk that was directly in front of you. And kind of stay out of the line of sight of the little creature. And then make a quick sneaky dive, and you manage to just duck down kind of in between the table and the pile of junk that they're both standing on. So you're kind of pressed up against it. You can kind of just barely see over the top of it. You can see that one of them is kind of hissing and kind of swiping at Trevor, and the other one is like still kind of patting itself from the burns that it got from Cassandra. And you're kind of sneaking right there.
Yeah, I just want to try to stomp on it.
You can't get close enough just yet.
Okay.
You'd have to. It's too far for you to get up there and then try to stomp on it. Next turn, you can easily try to jump up there and get at him.
At this point, I guess I'll just, like I said, I'm trying to stay hidden, and I'm just gonna look at that bracelet like, what do you do? Be more useful. And yeah, it's gonna be in.
Okay. Now it would be Patrick. You heard You heard Cassandra and Trevor kind of yelp, and then you saw David kind of slip past, and you kind of look up and you see two of these weird kind of gremlin-like creatures that are covered in dirt and grime and
Wait,
dust.
so I shouldn't get them wet then?
These ones are okay.
Is it after
Not
midnight?
why.
When is after midnight specified? I've never understood that. Isn't any time
after
aside from
midnight
midnight after
daybreak.
midnight technically?
It's midnight to daybreak.
What time is it now? It's in the morning, so we can feed them, right?
I don't think you really want to feed them because they are trying to claw at you and bite at you, but you could.
Maybe they would be nicer if we fed them.
And then we can lull them into a false sense of security and bash them on the head.
There you go.
And turn them into fur coats.
Yeah, do these
I
look anything like chinchillas?
No, they do not. They look literally like somebody just glued a bunch of dust bunnies together
Doesn't
and then
sound like a comfortable
gave
coat.
them really sharp claws.
Okay.
I guess Pat would shoot at the first one he sees.
That would be the southern one out of the
Yeah.
two. Okay. Give me a shoot roll then, sir.
If it's southern, does that mean it's wearing a cowboy hat?
Yes. I will
have a
draw a
cowboy
little
hat.
cowboy hat now.
Thank you.
I got a 4.
All right, you got a 4. All right, it's got a 2 to dodge it plus -1. So it took 3 points of damage.
Nice.
And it is now the creature's turn. So Cassandra, one of them is going to try to run and claw back at you for setting it on fire.
That's fair.
And Trevor, the other one with its cowboy hat is going to try to come and attack
gonna-
you.
It's gonna say a big old howdy to you.
Since I don't need the entirety of it, I will just grab this much of it. I hope that's a sustainable enough hand-drawn cowboy hat on him
I
for me.
love it.
Is that acceptable?
It's totally acceptable.
Awesome. All right, Cassandra, it's going to try to swipe its little grubby claws at you.
Swipe or no swiping?
It swipes at you with a 3 as these grungy little claws come lashing out of it. You can try and block it with a fight, or you can try to block it with an athletics and try to dodge out of the way.
I'm gonna try and block it with a fight.
Okay.
And I added a 1, so I meet. Is it meet or beat?
If it meets, it beats. Yeah. It attacks with a 3, you defend with a 3. You don't take any damage.
Woo!
All right, Trevor.
Mhm.
It's going to do the same thing. It's going to swipe its grubby little paws at you. And it swipes with a 2.
Okay.
How are you going to try and defend this? You can use an athletics to try to dodge out of the way. That's all I'm really seeing currently on your sheet that would let you block this.
What if I use my case to swing at it as it's coming in at me?
That would be more of a fight. Trying to physically put up a resistance to stop it. It can be considered a fight.
Hmm.
If you wanted to roll, you could try and pull something out of your bag, like the mayor said you could. Would Trevor be fast enough to think of a shield or something to block it?
Hmm.
Use the bag to block.
He's probably the type that would take a little bit of time to think about it if he had the chance. But right now, it's more of a reaction, so he's probably going to. All right. Yeah, he'll try to roll out of the way, but that's about it.
All right. Then give me an athletics roll.
One.
+1 on the dice?
No, just one.
Just one. All right. So you'll take a point of damage.
Okay.
As you kind of jump out of the way and make some distance. Are you going to jump backwards, kind of towards Cassandra, or are you going to jump into the bigger opener area?
I'm gonna jump into the bigger open area.
Okay. So we can put you right about there. All right. So Cassandra was able to smack away one of them. Trevor had to dip, dive, duck, and dodge.
If you can dodge a mephit, you can dodge a dodgeball.
Yep. And we're back up to the top, which would be Cassandra.
All right. Well, the one that was trying to swipe at me, I'm going to try and hit it again with some fire.
Okay.
As another +2, so a total of 6.
Total of 6. All right, it's gonna see it coming and try to dodge it again. And it's gonna dodge with a 4. So it still takes some of the damage, but this time it like barely catches on its tail. So
okay.
Trevor, David, how do you all want to do this again? Do you want to concede to whoever goes first, or do you guys want to swap it up a little?
I mean, I'm fine with him going first.
All right, Trevor. How do you want to go about doing this again?
Since I gained myself a little bit of distance away from them, I'm going to actually look for maybe a discarded but still partially full, even if it's just a little bit thing of oil of some sort.
Oil?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Roll me a notice.
That would be okay, so that's 5.
5. Yeah, you kind of look to your right real quick, or to the north on the map, in that pile of junk, and you find kind of like a 2/3 filled like classic oil lamp that's got some oil or kerosene or whatever is in those things. You know, it's a flammable liquid.
Okay.
Lysol.
You spot that, no problem. You pick it up. Do you want to like hurl it at the creature, or?
Yeah, I'm going to try to actually douse one of them.
Okay. Do you want to run up and do it, or do you want to try to like do it from a distance?
Yeah, I'm gonna run up to it.
Okay. All right, so you run back up to it, and you kind of just, you throw this stuff at him. This would be more of an athletics to try and do it. You're not really trying to hit him with anything to deal damage. You're just trying to make sure to cover a good area.
Yeah.
That the creature is. So give me an athletics roll.
It's a 1.
You got a -1 on the thing again?
Yep.
Okay.
-1 on the die.
Okay. It'll try and dodge out of the way. And it doesn't.
Nice.
It rolled a -2.
Nice.
So it's now got like, it's not completely covered head to toe, but it's got like patches of oil on it now that, you know, if it catches a light, it'll go up like a firework.
Okay. I'll let Cassandra know.
Okay, you shout that to Cassandra. David, as you were staring at that armband, Claire kind of looks over at you, and she kind of looks at your box cutter, and she's like, "You're probably going to need a bigger knife than that."
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, like something like, I don't know, like a kitchen knife, or I mean, if you want to go all out, you do like a machete or something.
That would be lovely. I don't have none of these items.
Just give me a flat roll real quick, Incog, or David.
Flat roll of
Yeah,
neutral.
just roll it. Tell me what's on the dice.
2 blanks, a negative, and a positive.
All right. You're kind of sitting there having this small little conversation with Claire, and you've got one hand kind of like resting on your knee with the boxed cutter in it, and you've got one hand on the ground, and you kind of feel something touching the palm of your hand that's on the ground, and you lift up to look at what it is, like, you know, to like brush it aside, like it's something that, you know, like you stepped on a Lego and you just kick it aside real quick. But when you go to try to move it, it doesn't move.
Okay.
You look down at it, and it looks kind of like the handle of a kitchen knife. Like the butt end of it, at least.
I mean, can I pick this item up? You said
You
move.
reach down and you try to like pick it up, and it almost feels like it's kind of stuck for a few seconds. But then you kind of like get both hands around it real quick, and you wrench it out of the ground, and it's got this kind of gray look to it, almost like how you see in like some cartoons or something when there's no color. Like, it looks like a kitchen knife, but it's just kind of like monotoned. And it's clearly bigger than the box cutter you had. It's actually like a nice chef's knife.
Ask and you shall receive, I suppose. Can I test to see if the blade is sturdy?
Yeah, like you swing it around easily, and it's got a nice weight to it. Like, you can run it across your fingernail, and it's like, it cuts.
Nice. I'm just gonna kind of pick it up and wave it at her like, yeah, look. And I kind of want to continue it again.
So are you gonna try to hop up on the,
That's what I'm
or
looking
sneak
at.
up? Yeah. Give me another stealth to try to move from where you currently are up the boxes to make a swing at this little southern.
I got a
dust method.
+1, and that's 5.
Okay. So you managed to make it up, no problem. nice and quiet. Give me a fight roll to swing at this thing.
And that's a break. No. I got a +1. And
You got a
I
+1,
think
so a fight of 4. All right. So let's see if this little thing can dodge out of the way. It cannot. So you swing at this little thing out of nowhere, and you just take a nice, good slash through it as it starts to scream. So you rolled a 5.
As it screams, I want to scream with it.
Well, it kind of screams, and then it just kind of like, it looks like it starts to inflate, and then it pops.
Ah!
Yeah, that
All-
happens
all-
when Garnish's scream.
All that's left behind is the little cowboy hat that it was wearing,
Poor little buddy.
because it had 3 damage. You rolled 5, and it didn't roll high enough to negate the damage. Is Cassandra's computer back?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Hooray!
So, yeah, David, you're sitting up there after you took this slash through this little creature, and then it screamed, started to inflate, and then it kind of popped, and now all that's left is this little cowboy hat covered in dust, and as it kind of flops back down on the pile of stuff.
I was growing very fond of Cowboy Method.
Well, he's in the great cattle ranch in the sky now. All right, Patrick.
I guess I'll shoot at the other one now.
You'll have to move forward from your current position because you can't really shoot over 2 different piles of garbage.
Then can I move forward and shoot?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's you can easily move close enough.
And I will do that. I got a 3.
You got a 3. It got a 3. It managed to dodge.
I don't know what the hell's up. The thing I'm using to roll dice keeps giving me shit.
You want to come borrow a set of dice?
Now, I have dice, but I mean, it's just not giving me anything good.
He'll
Like,
be
even,
right back.
even if I use like physical dice.
Okay, it's just your luck.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's Cassandra's turn. Actually, no, it is the monster's turn, and it will try to swing at her.
Okay, I'm here still. It's my Discord is just acting wonky.
It's okay.
Wonky.
Like I have it open and it's just a full screen, but only for Discord.
Well, Cassandra, all you have to do is dodge a 1 for it as it's trying to swing its still grubby little paws at you.
Okay. Well, I managed to get a 1 on the, well, I got an egg 1 on the die, and I am defending with fight, so.
Yeah, that's still a 1. You still managed to dodge it. And it's back to you as it's kind of sitting there.
This is the one that has the oil on it, yeah?
No, the one that had oil on it, David kind of slashed, and then it's like it let out a scream, and then it swelled up like a party balloon, and then it popped with kind of like dust confetti everywhere.
I just ruined any organization we had.
I'll still try and light this one on fire.
Okay.
I rolled a -1. No, actually, it's a complete wash on the dice, so 4 total.
Yeah, it rolled a -1 on the dice, and it's athletics of 2, so it's a 1, so it takes 3 damage. Yeah, this one kind of does the same thing. It's kind of like starts trying to put the fires out, and then it swells up real quick, and then pops, and then there's no more little monster in front of you.
This one had no redeeming qualities like a cowboy hat, so I'm not as sad.
Yeah. Claire is like laughing a little bit and clapping from her space at the bottom of the pile, or at the bottom of the pile. They're just standing there.
Just
she's like-
laying on the floor in the trash.
No, she's just kind of leaning up against the wall, watching you all do this.
No, I
And she's
know.
like,
It's
"This
just
is
the
pretty
way you
good."
phrased it.
But there's like, there's probably a few more hiding somewhere here. You guys might want to try and find them before we move on.
I want to move myself to. Let me see. These are our current locations, right?
Yes.
I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4 squares to the right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of puts you in the center of the room.
Yeah, that way I can kind of move around because my eyes are bad. Apparently my character needs glasses. I need glasses, guys. I'm sorry. I don't see shit. It could be about to bite me. I'm not gonna see a thing. It'd probably bite me. I probably wouldn't see it. I'm gonna sit here and y'all just kind of holler at me when there's something to kill. I'm gonna play with my bracelet and sit in my corner.
Cassandra, do you want to go anywhere else?
Yes. Unfortunately, I'm not able to see the map anymore because, again, Discord is only showing me a blank screen when I pull it up. But I will explore some more boxes.
Okay.
I believe there was a set of boxes in the lower right-hand corner as well.
Yes, there is.
Pile.
I will go there.
All right. Trevor.
I will, I guess, go into the upper corner. Start making
Okay.
my way up there. But I will also see what supposedly the professor was talking about and try to pull out like a kitchen blowtorch.
Kind of like one of those. Not
Yeah,
like the
it's
flambe
just
things?
handheld, and it's just going to be like something that you would use for like cooking, and you just
Yeah.
kind of,
Like for creme brulee.
Yeah.
Okay. There's two different ones. The creme brulee torch is a tiny little one that fits
I'm not
perfectly.
using a creme
Why are we
brulee,
getting
I'm
technical?
like a
The
grill-
matte gas torches with the big blue tank and the little extended nozzle on it.
yeah, for
Okay.
grilling and stuff like that. Yeah. Blowtorch.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
You're sitting there looking at that. Give me a resources roll, real quick.
That's a 2.
That's a 2. Yeah, you kind of have the idea in your head, and you kind of know what you're wanting to do, and then you kind of feel your bag get a little heavier.
Mhm.
And you reach in and you kind of see this weird little solid thing. It looks kind of like somebody first trying to model in like a 3D modeling program a matte gas torch. But when you click the trigger, you do kind of get like a little bit of a like a cough of a flame as it just kind of like it ignites for a few seconds, then you let it go. You're not sure how much fuel is actually in it, but you're kind of sitting there like, looking in your bag, like you know you did not pack this, but it's here.
I just give it a quizzical look. But on my way out, I grabbed the cowboy hat.
Okay, so Trevor at least picked up the cowboy hat. Are you wearing the hat? That's the important question.
Yeah, that is a good question.
Yes, I am wearing
Okay.
that. I like that.
I mean, I have to imagine this is not a terribly large hat.
It is a little comically small for him, but it's not too terribly. Okay, Trevor now has the cowboy hat on his head.
I wish I could see this.
I'll post a new picture and then you can go just look at Uno's computer real quick.
Okay.
All right. And Patrick, unless you want to move around, I'm assuming you're going to stay there too.
I'm gonna head back to the instruments.
Okay. You're going to head back to the instruments, so you'll do that. Then Trevor, Patrick, Cassandra, you guys can give me a... Ooh, cat. You guys can give me another notice real quick.
Who?
I that's I zeroed myself out.
I didn't hear what you said.
Roll for notice.
Give me a notice, my boy.
Fuck's sake!
You want to sit in the middle of the room with me?
I need real time. Give me a fucking second.
Yeah.
Just sit in the middle of the room with me, man.
The likelihood that you would actually roll.
All right.
Yeah,
So
I
you
got
actually
negative-
managed to zero yourself out? Like you rolled a negative
Yeah, I
4?
negative 4. Yeah, this online this dice
Oh.
roller gave me a negative 4.
I am so sorry, my friend.
So yeah, I zeroed myself out there.
I think that means all we're waiting for is Cassandra.
I guess I'm too busy trying to see.
You're still sitting there playing with your Matt gas torch.
Yeah, like trying to see if maybe I could feel around for the feel how much is actually in it.
Shaking it around, hearing it slosh and whatnot. I mean, it's got like maybe...
Realizing that the cowboy hat it just might be just a tad too small. Doesn't quite fit the way it's supposed to over my head.
Yeah. All right, so
Down
David,
past
you are
the-
actually kind of looking at your at the kitchen knife you found.
Yeah, I'm looking at the knife. I'm looking at my bracelet. Like, this none of this makes sense now. Like,
All right,
I'm just kinda
give me
dumbfounded.
give me another flat roll real quick then.
and I got a neutral.
A neutral.
Yep, flat 0.
You're kind of sitting there looking at it like you can kind of see that there's this little glint coming off of the bracelet.
What did I miss?
David's investigating his knife, and you start to sit there and you're looking at it, and you can kind of notice that it's kind of got this rhythmic pulse to it, and it's very faint, but you're able to at least watch it as this light on your bracelet seems to just like kind of glow. It's not very bright, it's not very strong, but it's there.
Just gonna kind of look like this. All has to make sense. I'm just not putting this together.
Yeah.
Gonna look at who was it with the bag? Wait, let me ask something. Did my character notice the similarities between that and something he's seen before? I know we went over this last session. I can't remember.
No, you don't really connect any dots quite yet.
Yeah,
You're on the. I can tell your character is on the right trail, but I can't tell your character.
yeah, I know that's what I meant.
Yeah, you're on the right path. Your character just doesn't have all the puzzle pieces yet.
My character's dumb.
All right. Is Cassandra able to roll me a notice now?
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
Use this one instead of the other one.
It was a wash on the dice, so 1.
All right. I need that. All right. Pull.
Oh my god, Jess, where did you get the emote? How did I just not see that? Nice one, she has a clap cheeks emote.
All right. Trevor, give me a flat dice roll.
Flat dice roll.
A flat dice roll.
Okay.
Patrick, same for you.
A flat dice roll?
Yes, a flat dice roll.
But the dice
is
aren't
that-
flat.
Is that before or after my notice?
That is after your notice.
Okay, because I still haven't rolled my notice. You just skipped me.
Oh, sorry. Roll me a notice then.
I got a 5.
A 5. Okay. Trevor?
3.
3.
And then my flat roll?
Yes, you're. Actually, no. Since you rolled the 5, you don't need to do the flat roll.
Hey, buddy.
Wait,
Do I have to do a flat roll since I did not notice anything, presumably?
No.
Okay.
Because the method wasn't throwing something at you. Trevor, as you're kind of fiddling around with your little matte gas torch and whatnot, you get kind of you get something thrown at you.
okay.
What did you roll on your flat roll?
3.
All right. You take 2 points of damage as this kind of like it's like a granite sphere just kind of like bounces off your shoulder, and you can see that this little mephit has climbed atop this this pile of junk and then just kind of like slung it at you.
Yeah.
Patrick, you are searching through your pile of stuff, and you hear something, and you look over your shoulder, and it's Cassandra. She knocked over a box, and then you go to turn back around, and you spot the little dust mephit readying to throw something at you, and you just quickly like sidestep out of the way. We'll just keep the same initiative order for ease of convenience, if everybody's okay with that.
Yep.
So me?
Yes. So Cassandra, you are first.
There's only 1 right now?
There are 2. One is to the far north near Trevor, and one is to the far south near you and Patrick.
All right, well, I'm going to go for the one down by me. I'm going to write the incantation on my paper.
Okay.
+1 on the die, so 5 total.
All right, it got a 2 total, so it takes 3 points of damage. Next would be Trevor and David.
Which, if we're keeping it to it, then it's me.
Yeah. I mean, you two are fluid. You guys can choose one to go, then the other if you so choose. But for now, we'll just keep Trevor going forward.
All right, so I try not to light anything else on fire.
All right.
Get in close enough and try to shoot the.
All right. You run around the pile real quick. Roll me a resources as you try to like jab at this dust method with your matte gas torch.
It's a 2.
You roll a neg 1.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You're jabbing at it with this matte gas torch, and it's kind of just diving out of the way and hiding behind stuff. So like right as you're about to hit it with the flame, it kind of ducks behind something, and you let go because you don't want to light anything on fire accidentally.
Yeah. I bet that would not be favorably looked upon.
David, your turn.
I gotta look again at the map.
Here, I can update it for you real quick. There you go. I'm gonna try to keep this hat on for you as long as possible.
I want to sneak up behind the one on the north.
Okay.
So yeah, David's gonna, I was sitting on the floor looking at my things. I'm like, well, time to get back to work. Grab my little kitchen knife, my big kitchen knife, and look at my bracelet. Like, I'm gonna figure you out, and I'm just gonna kind of slowly start creeping towards that, around the back of that box, or that mess of boxes.
All right. Give me a stealth roll.
And flat. So it's just gonna be a straight 4.
It's just gonna be a straight 4.
Yeah.
All right, that's not bad. Give me a athletics as well, and we'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Yeah, you can make it to the creature. Just give me an athletics roll to see if you're able to stay quiet as you get up there to get behind him to swing.
It's gonna be a 2.
A 2 athletics.
Yep.
Yep. You can climb your way up there relatively easy, and if you want to make a swing at him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take a swing at him. Yeah, I got
Juggling dice.
neutral, which would be. It goes off a fight, right?
Yeah,
So it's just
it would still be a 3. Uh, 3 neutral -1, 2. All right, so you managed to nick him as you are swinging your kitchen knife as you climb up. And then that would be Patrick. Your turn.
I'm going to shoot at the southern one.
Sorry, this one doesn't get a cowboy hat this time, but go for it.
Darn.
Look, there can only be one cowboy hat. If I put too many in, then they'll be too powerful.
I don't know. I think that the guy with the gun should have the cowboy hat.
Irishman should have the cowboy hat.
There were
somebody needs a-
Irishmen in the West.
Somebody needs a Pikachu hat.
There were Irishmen all over the United States history. Heck, there were Australians in the West.
We've gone into the history portion of the stream.
You are no longer subscribed to Chinchilla Facts. You are now subscribed to Old West Facts.
To Brandon's Wild West facts.
I got a 5.
Type stop, please, and subscribe.
Well, it had an athletics of 2. Keyword there, had, because it rolled a -2. So you did 5 points of damage as you shoot this thing. Like a good chunk of its like upper body and arm just disappears in a puff of dust and smoke, and then the rest of its body starts to like swell, and then it pops again in confetti, and it's dead.
I thought this shot fire, not confetti.
No,
At least it worked.
No, I shoot fire.
yeah, you shoot wind.
He busts wind. He breaks wind.
All right. The little dust method in between the two of you all is actually going to direct itself towards you, David, because you were the one that was actually able to hurt it. So it's a little more scared of you at the moment. And it swings at you with a 2 for fight.
Alright, come on, you little bastard dice. Woohoo! I got the 3, 6.
You got a 6.
Yeah.
Well, you block it quite handily. Cassandra, we're back to you.
All right, where's the one that's there now? Is not near me, or it is near me?
It is not. You set it a little on fire. Patrick helped put it out in the same way, you know, a mortician helps someone get better.
I set it on physical fire, and he put out its spiritual fire.
Yes.
I put out its life.
Yes.
Okay, but there's still one that is somewhere.
Yes. If you can see Patrick's computer from where you're sitting, I just updated the map.
Okay, so it's over by where Trevor has the cowboy hat.
Yeah. I mean, if everybody
Alright,
wants to find a goofy hat, you probably
Am I
can.
able to move over there to try and hit it with my fire paper?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're not going to get as close as they are, but you can get just to the corner of the pile and be able to try and throw a piece around the corner.
Okay, we'll do that then.
Yeah. All right. What?
I'm not gonna do anything because I just got a 1.
You rolled an egg 3?
Yep.
Yeah. You crumple up the piece of paper and you throw it, and it's got more weight than you would expect a piece of paper to have, and it does kind of start to arc across the basement, but as it's in transit, it catches a light, and then the Mephit sees it coming and kind of dodges out of the way. And it
Okay.
jumps to the side to do so. Just lay down. It's okay. All right, Trevor, it is your turn now, and the Mephit has kind of dipped out of your current area to dodge Cassandra's incoming little firebolt.
I guess I'm just gonna like. Is it distracted away from me? Like, is it looking away from me?
Yeah, it's currently looking at David. David was the one that actually managed to like hit it with his knife, and it was a little bit more weary of Cassandra because she actually threw a little burning piece of paper at it.
All right, I'm gonna try to tackle it.
You're gonna try to tackle at it,
Like
or...
pin it down, and just.
Okay. Roll me in athletics as you try to like.
Well.
Yeah, you run around the side and you're like, I'm gonna grab him. Oh no, I left your top hat behind. Or I left the top of your cowboy hat behind.
Wait. No, that's... So that's neutral.
There we go.
So 0.
So 0.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it got a 2. So you start grabbing at it, and it's just kind of like swatting you away and whatnot. You've distracted it, but it's not. You weren't able to get a hold of it. It's a slippery little bugger. All right, David, you're up.
My clumsiness is showing through.
It's okay.
I want to be very I'm gonna be silly about this one. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna grab my knife because I'm already right next to this one, right? Or is it dead?
No, you're still next to it.
Okay, I want to grab it. I'm
You
gonna be
just
like one
watch
of
me
those.
hilariously fail. That's what happened.
Oh, I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna grab the blade and almost like in a Dead by Daylight kind of situation. I'm gonna wipe the blade across the bracelet and my arm. Like like almost like I'm trying to make sparks, trying to intimidate this thing. And then I'm just gonna lunge, like not lunge, but I'm just gonna stab at it.
Okay. Give me a fight roll real quick.
Whatever my fight is. 3.
3. Okay. As Trevor is sitting there struggling with it, you manage to get another little jab in at it, and you stick it for another point of damage. Patrick, it is up to you.
I can move up to 5 spaces.
Oh yeah, you can move to get clear shot of this thing.
All right. Left and forward of Cassandra. I'm gonna go there. And I'm just gonna aim center mass and shoot.
All right. Give me a shot.
I got a 2.
You got a 2. It got a 0.
Yay!
So you hit a chunk of it. It's still there and kicking. But it ain't dead yet. It's going to try and jump from the pile it's on to another pile. Athletics of 1. and it manages to like cling to the side of it. And it's just gonna throw something randomly. So I need a D4 to see who it's going to be lobbed at. Cassandra 1, Patrick 2, Trevor 3, David 4. And it's a 2. Patrick, it grabs a small little like music box and it just kind of slings it your direction. You have to dodge a 2 as it's just kind of whipped in your general vicinity.
Can I roll to catch it?
It's not
If
a
you want-
Pokemon.
Yeah, if you want to catch it, yeah.
He's gonna put it in his bag.
I got it too.
You managed to catch it.
Just no sense breaking anything.
Okay. Back up to you, Cassandra. This little thing is trying to climb its way back up another pile of junk.
Is it near me still?
It's still within your range. Let me post the new one. Sorry about that.
Alright, and I'm going to try and hit it with some fire.
Okay.
And I rolled a -1, so 3.
Yeah, its athletics is a 2 plus 1, 3. So you go to throw it, and it kind of just
moves out of the way.
yeah, it
Hurries
just,
up to the top of the pile, basically.
Yeah. my brain went 404 for a second. Sorry about that. Yes. It just scampers up the rest of the way and then kind of just hisses at you. Trevor, you are up next, sir.
Alright, it's a fair bit away, and I feel like his torch is kind of useless in my hands. I'm just gonna shoot with the high blow dart again.
All right, roll me a shoot.
That's a 4.
It hits. Four minus 2 is 2. So you hit it, and it's got 6 points of damage on it. All right, David, you're up.
Okay, so where? This one's updated, right?
No, it'll be updated in just a second.
That's Skittles.
There you go.
So the
now
one,
it's up.
that's the only one that's alive.
Yeah.
And that one, that's not the one he grabbed, right?
He was trying to grab at it.
See, this method should have been the one that had the cowboy hat, because clearly it is the superior one. It's the leader for sure.
He pulls a fez out of the pile of junk and sits it upon his head. There we go.
Even better.
A nice bright red fez.
Fezzes are cool.
Just
Fezzes
to
are cool.
upset guys, mom, I want to grab the box cutter I had at one point and throw it at the hat.
You want to try to knock it off his head?
Yep.
Okay. Give me a shoot roll, because when you go to throw it, that's a ranged. So
I got. I don't even think I have a shoot. Hold on.
You have a shoot of 1.
Okay, then I got a 1.
All right. Nope. It kind of just dips out of the side and just kind of like starts shaking its fists at you angrily.
I guess I just want to position myself better.
All right. You want to try to jump across and land on the same pile of junk it's on, or you want to walk your way over there?
I want to jump just because I want to see if I fall and bust my ass.
All right. Give me an athletics roll real quick then.
Oh yeah, I'm not busting my ass.
What'd you roll?
Let's see. Athletics. A 5.
Oh yeah. You bound clean over, and you're kind of like on its like you almost overshoot it. You're on the farther side of the junk pile. All right. Patrick, it is now your turn.
Do you have to ask what I'm gonna do?
No, but I have to state for the record.
I'm gonna shoot at him.
He's gonna take him on a date.
4.
He's gonna put his hand out.
It's dead. Another shot. Where do you shoot the mephit this time?
Center mass.
There's just a nice, neat little hole in the center of it, and it starts to swell up, and then it pops like the others have, and then the fez just kind of hits the ground and rolls around. Is anybody going to grab the fez this time, or?
I grabbed the fez.
All right. Cassandra grabs the fez.
I see a nice shooting tactic and just plop the cowboy hat on top of Patrick.
All right. So Patrick now has the cowboy hat. Cassandra now has the fez.
And who is in the basement with us?
Claire.
Claire.
She is trying her damnedest not to laugh at you fools, but it's one of those, not at your battle skills, but just at the straight up antics of, this was supposed to be your all's first look into the world of creatures and monsters, and you all have seemed to turn it into a hat party.
Wait a second. Is this Team Fortress?
No. I could easily make it Team Fortress, but no.
I mean, the way we treated it was pretty similar, so I mean...
You all are finished, and she kind of starts clapping, and she's like, "Congratulations, you didn't die. If you did, I'd be a little concerned."
I think some of us died on the inside a little.
But I would definitely get it down off that garbage pile if I was you, David. You all are probably gonna feel it in the next few seconds.
Bill, what exactly?
Pat's gonna take the hat in his hand, look at her, point to it, and go, "Can I keep this?"
If the mayor wants another one, he'll just go get one. Sure.
Because, even if it's a battle reward, it's still his property.
Yes. She looks to you, Cassandra. You want to keep yours too?
No, I'm okay.
All right. After you say that, everybody give me a physique roll.
Ooh, that's not gonna be good.
And before that, David, did you actually jump down off of the pile?
Yeah, he kind of looked at her, like, just kind of physically, and slowly started clambering down.
Okay.
I rolled wash on the dice.
All right.
I got a -1.
So I have a 1 total.
All right. So we got a 1, a neg 1. Trevor got a 0.
Yep.
Patrick.
Also 0.
All right. So it hits David first. Like you get down, and you're kind of like, why? And you kind of, your words start to like elongate, and you kind of almost feel a little bit of tunnel vision as you like, as soon as you step down onto solid ground, you like immediately fall to your ass and you hit the ground. You feel completely exhausted, like you just ran from a pack of wild dogs, the cops, and a marathon, one after another after another.
So like worse than the key, or not as bad?
Not as bad as the key. This didn't leave you physically in pain, but it feels just as exhausting. Patrick and Trevor, you two get this wave of lethargy that just washes over you, that you kind of have to like support yourself on your knees or, you know, lean against the piles of stuff everywhere. And Cassandra, faring the best out of it, you still feel pretty tired and you're a little shaky, but you're not having to like support yourself on anything. And it's not like a bad feeling, but you feel a little hollow on the inside, like not emotionally, but you feel like you've done something.
Gotcha.
And Claire kind of walks over to help David and offers you a hand, David. And she's like, that's why. The first time you kind of, work, really, it kind of hits you like a truck.
I'm gonna look up at her like, I didn't even get hit.
No, you didn't. But you did manage to pull that out. And as she points to your hand, you're kind of looking at the kitchen knife as it kind of starts to melt and bleed back into the concrete and then disappear. Well, you did pull that.
I'm just gonna look at it like, what drugs have you been giving us?
None.
What the hell
And
was that?
She holds out her hand to help you up.
I'm obviously gonna take her hand to try to
Yeah,
up.
it's tough. She's like, let's put this on pause for just a second and let everybody get a chance to catch their breath. And she kind of leads you all up the stairs again and into kind of like a nice little foyer or a nice little like sunroom to sit down. She leaves you all for 5-10 minutes and comes back with drinks, kind of like a tea set. And she pours everybody a drink, and she's like, what you all just kind of experienced was the backlash that can happen if you use too much magic at once. Being new to it, the fact that you all managed to go the entire fight is proof enough that the mayor's experiment was a success.
So we're a bunch of good guinea pigs.
I wouldn't call yourselves guinea pigs. He actually respects you as people. But, it is apropos. As you all kind of drink, the tea is a little bit bitter. And she says, behind that door that was down there is a couple extra rooms and another sub-basement. We're going to have to go clear all of that out once you guys have kind of recovered your strength. So once you all are ready, we can move forward. But we'll put a pause in it for here now, because I think, Uno, you've got to bail?
Yeah.
Okay. For those of you all that are staying, I can actually answer questions in game now.
Right.
I can answer
Cliff
your.
notes it for me.
Will do.
If I have any questions, I will ask you at a later point.
No problem.
Deuces.
Bye. Cassandra, David, Trevor.
Yes.
Any questions you all have as you all are having this little tea break?
Yes. Before we go further, obviously my weapon, it's gone. You said the fight's not over. What now?
From the looks of it, your weapon, you kind of made it. You didn't really notice it, but if you had actually taken time, you would have noticed that the shadow on the table was missing while you had your knife.
I mean, let's be honest, I don't notice a lot. So, Shadow Blade. See?
Trevor, your little torch was at least helpful, I guess. You scared them?
Yeah, as I'm sitting there patching, the few cuts and bruises that I have with my med kit that's inside my bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not pretend that was hilarious to you to watch.
Look, you tried. Most people don't. So, yeah, you looked like a goofball, but at least you're trying. I mean, the first batch of idiots that came through here weren't even entirely sure what was happening. You all are at least skeptical.
Guess that's something. I wince as I'm trying to point ointment on the bruise that I have on my shoulder.
Who else was hurt?
No one, just me.
Just Trevor? Okay.
No one else took damage. I'm the only one who took damage.
I'm so sorry. I think Cassandra, your computer died again.
Aw.
I can cliff notes things for them and let them know later.
Please don't.
So you all get a chance to rest and recover before you all are standing at the top of the stairs again. Cassandra's back.
Sorry, I wanted to restart my Discord to see if that fixed it, and it did.
Awesome.
Sweet.
I didn't have any questions.
You didn't. You did have a question?
No.
Okay.
I just have a contribution.
Which would be?
I'm posting in the Discord now.
Okay. Okay. But yes, that's you all get this 5 to 10 minute little reprieve before you all are standing back at the top of the stairs, ready to venture further into the basement of the mayor to fight off more of these impish little creatures.
Well, I'm glad to know that my I'm just gonna look. Am I gonna collapse every time?
Once you get it used to it, it won't be as bad. When I first started practicing myself, I kind of collapsed for almost the first week. I kept going. So it'll be tough in the beginning, but you'll eventually get used to it. The best thing I can tell you is just get plenty of sleep and make sure to eat.
Sounds like as good advice as any.
And that's what we'll call this session for now.
Okay.
Woo.
Can this be like pay to win and I just buy skill points because I'm tired of not noticing shit?
Sorry, man. No, not yet. You will get a chance to build skill points. Like you guys will get another few stunts, and then when you get your 4th stunt, you'll also get a skill point, and you can then bump up your notice if you want.
It's like, hey guys, we're coming into a troll cave. Roll notice. Hey, Incog, you don't notice the 30-foot troll in front of you.
Oh, it's like Skyrim and stealth mechanics.
Was that?
It was just crouching, so it was only technically like 28 feet, but it was still stealthed. Cassandra, just for your knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
I can just for now, I've given you that one kind of like keyword for the fire.
Yeah.
I can start basically
Yeah, give me a
feeding
second.
you strings of words as we go on, and you can kind of earn a few every time you go on an adventure or you level up. Technically, you can learn a few more, and I'll give you a few as you go through. So like, I'll give you like elements and some like really strong modifiers as you go through. But for some of the more simple modifiers, you can kind of suss them out for yourself.
Can she give me vision?
Define vision.
I want to be able to see a 28-foot troll.
Yeah, there's plenty of ways that I can give her the ability to like sweep an area or just sense something that she could, if she puts it in her reserve, she could then pass out to you guys.
I mean, I'm from my point of view, I had fun. I enjoyed the fact that my character played pretty much like how I built him, just sneaking around and stabbing at things.
Yeah. Just so you know, Michelle,
Yeah.
you did use 8 points of your inkwell this battle. It was 2 per little firebolt.
Okay, how much do I have in my inkwell?
15. So technically you have 7 left.
Okay. And how often do they recharge?
It's literally because of the tea. You will get those 8 back.
Nice. Okay. That sounds good.
Don, Trevor.
Yeah.
You technically get one of your
That's your last one.
summons back as well out of your 3.
Okay.
Use all your teeth like that.
And you still have access to that matte gas torch.
You're gonna lose more if you don't stop eating candy.
I like how my character is unintentionally exactly how he's supposed to be.
Well, sometimes, what is it? Life imitates art.
I just like the whole dive for a tackle. And I'm gonna be honest, I honestly thought about throwing the knife out of my hand.
Well, the idea was that if I could catch it, then I could just like use my blowtorch right in its face.
Yeah.
But that didn't go well.
I guess I'll wait to make it.
But right, and that's what's important.
Exactly. Look, the story can always get better through failure.
I was gonna when I killed the one that they were trying to douse in that chemical, I was gonna be like, hey, Cassandra just kicked that one into the liquid over here.
I mean, technically you still could have, because it was a douse. But, might have set a pile of potentially highly flammable objects.
We'll worry about that later.
All right. Well, it was a pleasure, gentlemen, and hopefully we will get to do this again next week.
Ooh,
Yes.
next week already?
Yes, my days off at work got swapped around.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
So I'm actually off on Saturdays, Sundays now.
Huh. Well, I mean, I'm pretty much free whenever. Alrighty, I think that's gonna be in the stream as well. So let me. I'm gonna go ahead and end this.
Have a good night, everyone.
Later.
Have a good
Have a
one.
good night.
Alrighty, well that's gonna be end of the stream, and the timing couldn't have been more perfect. You know, there's things to be done and people to try to drown out. So background noise and whatnot. So that's gonna be it. I hope everybody had fun. This episode will also be loaded up to YouTube. So if you don't have 100%, if you're not 100% sure what's going on and you want to get into the story of it a little bit more, go to my YouTube channel, and I will be posting that in the Discord as well. And you know, just be sure to check in on the channel, and it will bring you up to date if you have. See, this episode was 2 hours, and the last one was like 3 hours. So if you got 3 or 4 hours to kill, there you go. Well, I mean, you can also just flip around a little bit, skip around. I'm looking for someone to raid. Let me see. I don't know who to raid. Nah, we'll just go here, screw it. Y'all have a great night. Take care of your best. Much love, and I will see y'all soon. Laters. Oh wait, there's a raid countdown. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, raid.